It's Peaches here, and this is Peaches Pit Party, the podcast. A lot of puh sounds with that title. A replay of today's full show, which you can hear weekday afternoons live on K-Barrel 101. I hope you like what I have to say, and if not, well, then I'm sorry, not sorry. Enjoy. We have made it to Friday, thankfully. Kicked off the show right there with some Electric Callboy Baby Metal, of course. I didn't actually put that song into the playlist. It was already there. I'm like, sure, I'll put that as my pick of the day today. Tomorrow, I'll be at the Crusade Against Cancer event at around 10 a.m. I'm going to be that dude in the dunk tank. You want to come dunk the giant or dunk Peaches, then I believe you'll pay a small amount of money to try to dunk me into the water. All that money raised will go directly to local cancer patients. So I'm potentially going to go for a swim multiple times for an amazing cause. Join us at Snake River Landing along with the Shannon Wilker Foundation for the Crusade Against Cancer tomorrow for that fun run/walk. You can find all the information at shannonwilkerfoundation.org. 208-535-1015 if you want to get a hold of me. We'll continue the show here together with some Eminem and Wage War. What a combo on K-Barrel 101. Happy Friday. Idaho's only rock station, K-Barrel 101. Legos are extremely expensive. I don't know if you've seen those sets that are around a few $100s. I believe the Millennium Falcon is like $800. They're locking up most of these Lego sets in stores these days, just like what they would do with the electronics, because people keep trying to steal them. Just like this pair out of Southern California, thieves that stole $100,000 worth of Legos from 6 stores. Why? I don't know. They just wanted to build them when they got home. Me, personally, I don't understand having a room dedicated to Lego builds. Like, I think they're cool and all, but you would have to super glue them together. Kind of like what they do at Legoland, because especially in Southern California, if you're building Legos and you have this giant Lego room dedicated to all your builds, one earthquake and all those Lego sets displayed around the room are going to come crashing down. K-Barrel 101, Peaches Pit Party. Just yesterday, I chatted with you about the world's fastest drone that this father-son duo created that can go nearly 300 miles per hour. Now I'm reading here about this British mechanic that broke a Guinness World Record when he took his motorized wheelbarrow up to a speed of 53 miles per hour. Again, why would you ever need a wheelbarrow to do that? I have no idea. Is he going to try to load that thing up with whatever and take it that speed? I feel like you would just easily topple over. If you had a heavy hay bale in that thing, you try going 53 miles per hour, you fall over. Maybe this guy can make multiple fast wheelbarrows and make that an event for like the potential redneck games, and then also rig his tractor to go up to 120 miles per hour and have fun with that as well. Now this is your Shot Clock Sports Update. The Florida Panthers are hoping to bring home their first Stanley Cup against the Edmonton Oilers when the finals start tomorrow in Miami. And if they do happen to bring home the trophy, it will complete a city slam for Miami. That means a World Series championship, a Super Bowl win, an NBA title, and a Stanley Cup win. Miami already has championships with the Dolphins, Heat, and Marlins. 9 other cities have completed the city slam. Of course, New York City, Boston, Chicago, my Los Angeles, Detroit, Philadelphia, St. Louis, Washington, D.C. Man, I can't get my words out today. And Dallas, Fort Worth. Man, I don't know if I want to cheer for either team. We got some people here in the building that are, for some reason, Edmonton Oilers fans, even though they've never been to Edmonton in their lives. The Florida Panthers, I mean, that's pretty cool. They have an ice hockey team in one of the hottest states in the world. Hottest states in the country, I should say. Anyway, that does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Barrel 101. Peaches Pit Party on K-Barrel 101. If you want to, or if you pick a vacation spot for the food, then this is for you. The world's 50 best restaurants for 2024 have been announced. The rankings are determined by the votes of the world's 50 Best Restaurants Academy, a group of more than 1,000 restaurant industry experts. What a great gig that would be, right? You just judge restaurants all day. The number one best restaurant is a name that I'm going to butcher, Disfrutar in Barcelona, Spain, followed by another Spain restaurant, Azador I'm not even going to try to say that next word there. And then Table by Bruno Verjus in Paris. All of these sound very pretentious. I bet all these places, they'll charge you like $40 for the tiniest entree possible. My friends Matt and Jose and I, we crafted created this sheet that is dedicated to all the best restaurants in Southern California that are divided by what I like to call food genre: Mexican, Italian, Chinese, etc. If anyone plans a vacation to Southern California and wants to find out the great places to eat, hit me up for those recommendations. 208-535-1015. K-Barrel 101, you got to be extra dumb to post yourself doing something illegal on social media. You know, earlier today on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, powered by Jalisco's, I talked about the worst things to do on social media, and I guess this one wasn't all that obvious to some people. Don't post a video of yourself doing something illegal on social media. This man who attended a Fish concert in Las Vegas at the Sphere posted a video of himself smoking a certain type of green substance, if you catch my drift. That post on his Instagram story got him banned from not only the Sphere, but also the other MSG venues like Radio City Music Hall in New York, as well as Madison Square Garden, of course. I would also say this is partially the venue's fault, because you know what kind of crowd you're going to be dealing with a Fish concert. And I know previously the Sphere had Dead & Company, Grateful Dead with John Mayer. Of course, that same crowd is going to attend that show, only they're much, much older compared to the Fish audience there. It's like inviting Knocked Loose to perform and then telling people no hardcore dancing. Yeah, right. Like, that's going to happen. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. You know, yesterday during the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem powered by Jalisco's, I was making fun of that 83-year-old lady who got hit by a bison in Yellowstone, and I was yelling, who brought grandma to Yellowstone? What is she going to do? She's not going to go hiking. I doubt it. Well, now I'm seeing here that she was doing the right thing by, well, not going out to the bison, but if you're old, then you should go out somewhere and go on an adventure, whatever that is. Older adults taking on new challenges live longer. It makes sense, because if you do things that make you feel young, you won't necessarily feel as old. Like Clint Eastwood, for example, who's still directing movies at 96 years old, and I would say doing better than most other directors. I was reading here about this group of women in San Diego who call themselves the Wave Chasers. They boogie board together. The oldest member's 99 years old. She has to have somebody helping her out. There's no way. Like, you would think those waves would knock her out or something, but I guess if you can do it, oh, good for you. K-Barrow 101, I'd like to say I'm different from most millennials and Gen Zers, whatever group I'm in. I'm at the very tail end of millennial, I think. The cutoff is 1996, and that was when I was born. Most people my age are terrified of phone calls. They would just much rather text. I, for one, hate texting, especially when it comes to all-day conversations. I have to put down whatever I'm doing, especially if I'm playing Xbox or whatever. I got to pause the game, open up my phone, reply to the text message. I would so much rather just call somebody. And I especially hate those text messages that are like, oh, fun. That's cool. That's fun. Oh, cool. Or any other bland phrase. I just don't respond. There's nothing for me to potentially say after that. I just think of those as conversation killers. Well, anyway, my point is, employers are now hiring pros to combat Gen Z workers and their telephonophobia. There's a story here about some woman who has to listen to a song to hype herself up to answer a phone call. Now, I'm glad I'm not like this. My dad made me learn the hard way as a kid to not be like this, because what he would do is like, oh, I'm Brendan. I can't talk to anybody. I got to talk to people for him. And so then, as I got older, it got a whole lot easier just to much rather call somebody than hear him do that same old thing over and over and over again. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. This was briefly mentioned yesterday about the Zoom CEO wanting to use AI to create digital clones that can attend meetings for you, which is convenient, I would think. But more thought on that is, how exactly is anyone going to retain any information at all during the meeting if they're all AI and the real people are out doing something else? Josh from our sister channel, Classy 97, brought up a great point about making the new guy attend the meeting with all the AI clones and just have that person take notes. I don't think anything's going to be done productively in that meeting. Does that mean, like, you could scream and yell cuss words during the meeting and not get in trouble? If you were the one person in there with a whole bunch of digital clones of people that were AI, like, what would happen if I was talking during the meeting, interrupting everyone, just yelling random stuff? Will the AI even handle that correctly? If I somehow was on there and I accused AI Victor of eating all the food in the fridge and AI Katie from Z103 for intentionally spilling water all over the floor just to watch people slip, will the AI know what to do in that situation? Or is this just an AI still frame of you that blinks every so often to make it look like you're actually there? Can we somehow get in contact with the Zoom CEO to chat with him about this? I really want these questions answered. K-Barrow 101, Idaho's only rock station. We just talked about AI, and there's that AI beauty pageant that's going on with fake models that have been created by random people. So a short list of 10 artificial finalists have been selected in this first AI beauty pageant. Travel influencer Olivia C. and an astronaut, what kind of name is this? Asina Illik are both still in the running to win the Fanvu World AI Creator Awards. The awards have shown how engaged creators in the AI space are, and the standard of the shortlist is nothing short of incredible, the co-founder Will Monaghy said. The prize pool of $20,000 will be split between the top 3 contestants, and the AI finalists are judged based on their looks, technology, and social media influence. Which dirty dogs out there are going, all right, let's make this model more curvy, make this model have bluer eyes, a better smile, wider teeth, or whatever. I mean, $20,000 is a lot of money. I might need to fire up something like Ideogram or another AI software, type in whatever I want, and see if my fake model can go in the running for this prize money. Now, this is today's What the Headline. The Los Angeles Police Department, they're investigating a strange crime ring that is putting public safety at risk, not to mention, here's a joke, angering dogs. Cops say nearly 100 fire hydrants have been stolen from Los Angeles County this year alone. And I'm over here thinking that like they're stealing them just to put them as a decoration in their home. I'm over here being a dummy. It doesn't even cross my mind to steal a fire hydrant to then sell the scrap metal for money. Similar to how they do that with catalytic converters. I mean, mine was stolen back in Southern California. I was parked outside of my ex's place, and I spent the night over there. And the next morning, I start my car, and it sounds like it's straight out of Fast and Furious. Eventually found out, yeah, my catalytic converter was stolen. But just like most products in LA County, in their stores, they now have to put locks on the bolts to prevent thieves from unscrewing these fire hydrants and taking them. A funny fact that in Beverly Hills, the city intentionally dyes their fire hydrants gold just to add to the ritziness that is Beverly Hills. Isn't California just so weird? K-Bear 101, earlier today on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem powered by Jalisco's, we talked about a potential new radio feature called Pointless Radio Lists, PRL. These dumb lists that were sent out via the radio prep that I would say maybe, just maybe, these LA, New York, or even Chicago radio shows are talking about, then commenting on, maybe even getting listeners involved with these dumb topics here. Just goes to show how big-time radio stations just stink. There's literally a list dedicated to 6 store-bought bagels worth buying. And if that's not bad enough, there's Best Wet Cat Food of 2024, even Best Beach Chairs of 2024. Is there really a radio DJ out there that's going, hey, what beach chair do you have? Call into the show. Let me know. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. There was that story of the 2-year-old in the back of a truck at a Texas safari that got picked up by a giraffe. The 2-year-old just got lifted into the air. The mom's all, where'd my kid go? Just completely lifted out of the car. Oh, man, that kid's really going to hate giraffes from here on out. What's probably going to happen is that the giraffes are now no longer going to be allowed near cars. This place, I forgot the name of the place, they could potentially face a lawsuit because of this. The mom will over-exaggerate, make a social media post about it, say her kid got bruised up and had some quote-unquote emotional trauma, and then press charges. It does make me laugh that there's a Texas safari. Like, this all took place in Texas. Like, that seems like, hey, we got Africa at home, and you end up going to this place. K-Barrel 101, it's now that time to peach their own. I just saw this question on Ask Reddit. No long story behind it. Just saw it there and said, hey, I should ask this for this segment. What's a kid's movie that is worth watching as an adult? Now, you can't say anything from Pixar. As I talked about earlier during the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem powered by Jalisco's, one of the many worst things you can do on social media on that list that I talked about with Victor on the air. What's a kid's movie that is worth watching as an adult? The Incredibles is one. WALL-E, of course, is forever that example. Anytime you see some new technology, like maybe some company sharing the news about a floating chair that could take you from place to place, somebody in the comments is bound to put that scene of WALL-E where all the fat adults are just laying out, on that cruise ship, going from place to place, watching the screen, doing nothing all day. What's a kid's movie that is worth watching as an adult? Call into the show at 208-535-1015. What's a kid's movie that is worth watching as an adult?
Up.
Up's fantastic. That intro, I don't know why they decided to say, hey, let's include this very depressing part. And they do that with a lot of those Pixar movies. The Lion King as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm shocked Monsters, Inc. didn't show Sully's parents dying or Mike Wazowski's sister dying for no reason.
Yep.
208-535-1015. That's the number to call for to peach their own to answer today's question. What's a kid's movie that is worth watching as an adult? I should have looked up the Facebook answers. I would also have to say Tarzan. Tarzan's great. My buddy Andy texted me because he was tuning in during the time that I asked this question initially at the beginning part of the hour here. He said The Mighty Ducks. That's also another great feel-good movie. Emperor's New Groove. Once again, 208-535-1015. What's a kid's movie that is worth watching as an adult? Call into the show. Let me know your answer for To Peach Their Own. Hey, K-Bear, how's it going?
Not too bad.
What's a kid's
How about
movie?
yourself today?
What was that?
How about yourself today?
I am just brain fried. I am currently working on a behind-the-scenes project that is taking absolutely forever. A whole lot of tedious work with it, so I'm just I'm ready for the weekend. Even though I'll be working for the
right
most
there
part.
with you.
So,
Right there with you. I've spent way too much time in the sun this week.
oh man, are you wearing that sunblock?
A hat. That counts, right?
I guess, yeah. You here to answer today's To Peach Their Own?
Yeah.
What's a kid's movie that is worth watching as an adult?
All dogs go to heaven.
That's another one of those like sad titles or sad movies.
Well, kind of, but it's got a mostly happy ending.
Yeah, I mean they would have to, right?
Yeah. But it's just one of those that when you rewatch it as an adult, you realize that there were so many adult themes that you missed as a child.
Of course. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of that in SpongeBob. I was watching a whole compilation recently of all the subliminal messages that were in that show, and I find it hilarious because that show was supposed to be originally for adults, and then they ended up making it a kids show, but it still has those adult themes here and there. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Hey, K-Bear, what's up?
Hi, I was just calling in for Teach Your Own.
Yeah, what's a kid's movie that is worth watching as an adult?
It's called Strange Magic.
Ooh, let me look this up here. Strange Magic. Came out in 2015?
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Got a nice soundtrack about fairies and magic. It's great.
It's funny how these kids' movies are most of the time better than the adult movies coming out.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Like, I dreaded going to see Wall-E. I was like, oh, this looks boring. And then I ended up getting my mind blown because it was such a great movie.
Oh, man, Wall-E is like top 10 for sure.
Definitely. Well, thank you for your answer today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. K-Bear, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. What's a kid's movie that is worth watching as an adult?
Oh, Peaches, it has to be The Goonies.
Yes, I love that movie. Even though Victor has referenced me as Sloth many times, I do love that movie still.
Well, Chuck's is my favorite.
Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.